The 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. Say hello to the folks.
Hey, hello to the folks.
Hey, Shaquille O'Neal is here. Say hey to the folks.
Hey, what up, folks?
The NBA's really rolling along at this point. In this game, we'll see the Atlanta Hawks going up against the Cleveland Cavaliers at Quicken Loans Arena. And for Cleveland, playing above 500 in the last few weeks, not bad. They'd like to do better. We'll see if they can add a win tonight. And you look at the Hawks.
Is that a Hawk?
Wow, that's not a healthy Hawk.
Okay.
Coach Mike Budenholzer has created an identity and a style of play for this team. Some big roster changes, but they keep trucking right along.
But, you know, he's got the championship pedigree. You know, his time with the Spurs, remember those years when he was, you know, a Spur assistant? So now he's got his own opportunities, and players respect that.
Well, you know, they also respect his knowledge of the game, and, you know, he inspires them, and he promotes great team chemistry.
You want to give me that Hawk again?
It sounds like an eagle.
Eagle, hawk, same thing. They
Or a
got
seagull.
wings and they fly.
Yeah,
Seagull.
more like a seagull than an eagle. Yeah. Sounds like
not
on the
really
beach.
like a seagull. Just not like a...
If I go outside right now, 50 hawks will come.
Okay.
You know why? I'm the Birdman. I say that all year.
Tell him sit down. Be humble. 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 Sit down.
It's Eastern Conference time for the traveling Atlanta Hawks today. Thanks for joining us on this Tuesday night edition of the NBA and all its great action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining me tonight, Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, with our Hall of Famer David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. Cavaliers again playing hosts, continuing their homestand in this one. Well, they're entering a bit of a soft spot in their schedule, facing off guys against some of the lower-ranked teams in the league, and we'll see if they're able to take advantage and have their win total.
And they've had the edge against this team, winning the first two matchups with 4 total on the season. They look to continue that advantage here tonight.
You can't get enough of a good thing. They have a ton of confidence and momentum going, trying to continue to ride that wave.
And with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off. First, though, let's get a report from the sideline and say hello to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Isaiah Thomas may be small in size, but he's always dreamed big. He said, "It sounds crazy, but I always thought I was going to be an NBA player, that I'd be an all-star and one of the best to play. That was in my head since I was a little boy, before I loved anything, before I knew what love was. I love the game of basketball." Kevin?
Great to hear that, D.A. Thank you. Thomas plays with real passion. You can tell he loves playing the game. And the NBA season can be a long one, Chris. How important were team functions and team events during the season as a way to relieve some of the stress of the season?
Oh, man, if you're on a good team and a good team in the locker room, then you really don't even have to have team functions because you're going out, hanging out after every practice, going to play golf on warm days.
It's just natural, right?
Yeah, it's just natural. You're eating with guys, hanging out with guys, and so it is everything because really these are the guys that you're playing for, and the better chemistry, the better the team, I've always believed. And so team functions, hanging out with the guys, always important.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Schroeder and Bellinelli team up in the backcourt. Mike Muscala out there with Ilyasova, and it's Bazemore at the small forward. Now here's Thomas. James outside. 14 feet away, and he nails the jumper. LeBron's got the first points of the night for the Cavs.
I like how James shoots the ball from the mid-range. I mean, he measures up these type of shots perfectly. You got to D him up.
Now Bellinelli. He's coming off a 19-point game against New York. Ilyasova a screen. Just 5 on the clock. A shot by Bellinelli. No good. LeBron James on the wing. First quarter, just over a minute played. Kicks it out to Love. Thompson passes to Love. Here's Thomas. And no good. And Atlanta will come the other way. Their last encounter was in Atlanta.
I mean, frustrating when missed free throws become contagious. Really the Achilles heel in that one.
Yeah, it's sad when you're aggressive enough to draw the fouls, but just not enough touch to cash in at the line.
And here's Wade after the three-pointer from Dennis Schroeder. Off the screen, the drive by James.
I like the intensity from James, using his speed to knife toward the rim.
The Hawks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. They set the pick. Ilyasova against Love. And that one is good. Ilyasova's got his first points in this one.
How much do you love to see the turnaround?
Back to LeBron. Love outside. That 3 off the mark. Hawks have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Here's Bellinelli. Wade is covering. The shot by Bellinelli. No good. Wade kicks to Thomas. It's stolen by Schroeder. To the wing right side. Bellinelli with the 3. Third time is not the charm. 0 for 3 from the floor so far. Now here's LeBron. He's guarded closely.
And James is super strong, incredible at powering through the defense.
About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Bazemore on the wing. Ilyasova is screen on Love. From 13, that misses off the backboard.
The movement and the shot selection are good there, but you can't hit them all.
Wade dishes to Thompson, and Thompson throws it down.
I like the awareness on the court from Wade. He's excellent at scanning the floor to set up the open team.
The Hawks trail by 3. There's the pick. Ilyasova sets a screen for Schroeder. The dish now to Ilyasova. Here's Bellinelli. Love grabs the board.
A frustrating start to this quarter for him.
Thompson passes to LeBron. Got a piece of it, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Ilyasova. And looking back at last season, here's a look at the 3-point and 2-point shot attempt averages for the Cavaliers.
And they were focused on spreading the floor and getting good looks from three-point range. That was the key to their offense. They put in a lot of work on the perimeter.
Now here's James. 26 points for him last game against Philadelphia.
Okay, 4 steals on the night. He relished being a major disruption on the defensive end.
Now here's Schroeder after Dwayne Wade's miss. Schroeder kicks to Ilyasova. Bazemore with it, picked up by Thompson. And out of bounds. The Cavaliers will take it.
And the Hawks in the last couple seasons with some roster turnover, established veterans departing, and now with Millsap leaving, they have embraced a complete rebuild.
Here's James, and the dunk by James.
Oh, come on. You can't allow James to get position down low. Once he does, he's looking to dunk it.
Schroeder with the ball. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Knicks in New York.
And he also made a mark with his passing and had the assist total to show for it.
And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
I like the shot selection on that one, despite the miss.
LeBron kicks to Love. Good, and the assist goes to James.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Pass to Muscala. Schroeder dishes to Muscala. Schroeder kicks to Ilyasova. Yep, that one goes in there. Here's Thomas. He's coming off a 13-point game against Philadelphia.
And he was also a terrific creator in that game as well. His assist totals show you what a fantastic all-around effort it was.
Now here's Love. 6-point lead. Out to Wade. Cleveland moving it around. The screen from Thompson. Here's Thomas. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. And Isaiah Thomas, a dynamite score, even though he's in a small package. Chris, how much does his lack of size hold him back at the defensive end?
Well, that's when your teammates have to come in and support you. The defense is a team effort, not just an individual effort. So fortunately, they're stocked with other defenders that can help him out on the defensive end.
Now, here is Muscala. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one.
Man, what timing. The fluid motion. He rolls in shit.
Thomas against Schroeder. That's good for Thomas on the assist by LeBron.
You just can't take away everything one way or another. Thomas is going to get buckets.
The Hawks trail by 8. Schroeder passes to Muscala. He kicks to Bellinelli. This one for 3. Sinks the triple. Bellinelli's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
And you can see there the defender gets caught up on the pick.
Team ball. Great execution on offense. Everyone working together. You wish you could have that on every play.
Now here's James. He's got 8.
I mean, look, no one guarding you. It's better to not pull up and try the lead.
Schroeder dishes to Ilyasova. And Bellinelli kicks to Muscala. Love grabs the board. Love's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Cleveland leading by 5. Here's Thomas. Knocks down the step-back J. Thomas got 6.
And at his height, Thomas has to account for his defender. He has that innate sense of when he has enough space to get a shot off.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks. A tough loss coming against New York in their last game played.
Yeah, and the second chance points, guys, mean a lot over the course of the game. And they just had so few opportunities. And I think that was their Achilles heel.
You're right, Kevin. Not being aggressive, not following up their own misses. They needed a little extra kick to get over the hump, but they never got it.
It's a completely new group on the floor for the Cavaliers. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Muscala. Collins comes in for Ilyasova. Prince is checked in for Kent Bazemore. And it's Malcolm Delaney in for Bellinelli. Now here's Prince. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And there's the foul against Cleveland. The Hawks shooting their first foul shots of the night here.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
And we know that some players can get pretty tricky out on the court. And that is the diplomatic way of saying it, Chris. Which players do you feel kind of take advantage sometimes of the rules?
Well, and I think, you know, these are the guys that you would hate to play against, but you want to play with. And, you know, first people that come to mind are the Draymond Greens, the Matt Barnes, Steven Adams, just because he's physical. Even Chris Paul, the way that he stays on the refs, the way that if you reach on him while he's trying to steal the ball, he'll grab your wrist and let you know don't do that again because it really hurts what he's doing to you. So there's so many players that do that, and the wiser, the smarter, the longer in the game that you play, the more of those tricks you'll be able to pull out, all those veteran tricks. So those guys come to mind.
And they've come out with a take no prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
The turnaround. Rebound, Atlanta.
I love the anticipation defensively there to get into the perfect spot.
With some arc, and it's good on the way in.
Oh, look at the soft touch on the teardrop.
Rose against Schroeder. Rose attacking. Now in the scoring column with that deuce. 1 for 2 this game.
How about the heart on display here tonight from Rose? Just flawless in his attack at the rim. Boy, it's tough to match his quickness.
And it's Schroeder missing.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
Shumpert passes to Smith. He tries for 3. Collins grabs the miss. The Hawks trail by 6. High post try. Prince misses. Rose against Schroeder. Outside Rose. Outside Shumpert. Back to Rose. Tips it. It's Dedmon with the rebound. Atlanta's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Delaney kicks to Dedmon. Schroeder dishes to Collins. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Collins a screen on Crowder. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Schroeder. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot. Schroeder's got his 3rd basket of the night.
He's giving him a nice lift this quarter. The shots are falling.
It's Crowder on the wing. He's guarded by Collins. Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession. And let's take this opportunity to show you the most productive rookie rebounders of the last 10 games. The Hawks trail by 4. They set the pick. Delaney kicks it over to Schroeder. The tray. That doesn't go either for Schroeder.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
Schroeder against Rose. Smith kicks to Rose. Rose with another miss.
He keeps battling, but so far this quarter, he hasn't been able to get it going.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Foul on the play. Basket counts, so it'll be a 3-point play chance.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
The Hawks have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far. And the Cavs front office never shy about making bold moves. You think about changing coaches a couple seasons ago, even with the team's record at 30-11.
Well, T. Lue is the answer. They weathered a lot of criticism, part of the responsibility of leadership. Can't always make the popular call. You got to make the right call.
Prince misses.
A big mistake by the D, and they got away with it.
Outside Rose. It's stolen by Schroeder. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Schroeder. And Cleveland making a change here. Carter's checked in. Rose against Schroeder. Rose passes to Fry. And Fry slams it in.
And that's the role they want for Rose. Getting guys going through his passing, especially when he can find them in rhythm.
Here's Delaney. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. They set the pick. And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here. Clock at 6. The offensive rebound. Dedmon off target at the rim.
Just the presence of the D in the lane is enough to make him short arm that man.
Rose kicks to Fry, and Fry slams it in.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
But it's surprising, Kev, to see so little urgency on the defensive side, especially with them losing this game right now.
And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Cleveland Cavaliers. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Back to the action after this word. We got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. And taking a look at the Cavaliers' performance here, what do you guys see?
I think they play great D and not giving up anything easy early on.
Yeah, closing down the lane, closing out on perimeter shooters. Interesting first quarter.
The Cavaliers leading by 3. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter to play. So on the floor for Cleveland, J.R. Smith out there with Jay Crowder. Then there's Channing Frye, and it's Rose, and it's Carter in at the 2 spot. Here's Schroeder following the score by Derrick Rose. Over Carter, and again Dennis Schroeder. Schroeder's got 11 points.
Great awareness. No reason to take it inside there against the taller man.
Well, he created a little separation from that mid-range. Just a good shot for him in that situation.
Now here is Smith. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Outside Crowder. Shot clock at 6. The drive by Smith.
Now, wait a minute. He was the former 2005 NBA slam dunk contestant, right? Taking flight. Oh, he's just a high-flying dunk off.
And that was Under Armour bringing you that replay. Unleash chaos. And what a play it was. And that one's good. Delaney. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Guys, the league may have never seen a player with more control on and off the court than LeBron James. He is a superstar, a playmaker, a coach on the floor. Some say he's the GM, and he even has a stake in a player agent business. LeBron says it's his dream to one day own an NBA team. Well, he's certainly getting some practice. Kevin?
No question about it, David. He's well on his way. As important a player as we've ever seen in basketball. Here's Schroeder. J.R. Smith making his last shot. No problems knocking that one down. And that's 13 points for Dennis Schroeder.
Oh, just a brick wall of a screen. Knocks the defender out of the play.
Smith outside, and Carter has it in the corner. There's the pick. Pass to Frye. It's picked off. Here's Delaney, defended by Carter. Here's Babbitt. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Babbitt's got it all tied up now for the Hawks.
Okay, if that's enough for play. That shows passion converting inside.
So timeout called here, the first for Cleveland, coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
And that was a shocker. Hard to believe that they dropped the ball, so to speak, on that one, and probably a tough pill for them to swallow.
They were the clear favorite coming in. They seemed like a racehorse that was just waiting for the gate to open, but it just did not happen.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Thompson, he's checked in for Frye. Kevin Love comes in for Jay Crowder. LeBron, he's checked in for J.R. Smith. And Thomas subbed in for Derrick Rose. Nailed from three-point land.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
I love how fierce James is, a ferocious dunk artist.
Atlanta's gotten both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. You talk about a hired gun, and that's Marco Bellinelli, the Summer League legend, has hopped around, Chris, from team to team his whole career, it seems, but whenever he is on, he provides great shooting for whoever he's playing for.
Yeah, opens up space and gives a scoring option off the bench. For his career, he has a great three-point shooting percentage, and teams know exactly what they're getting with Bellinelli.
Here's Delaney, following the basket by LeBron James.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
And really, Bellinelli isn't just merely a shooter. He also gets to the rim deceptively quick.
Love outside. Upside Thomas. Plays it up and banks it in. Thomas got 8 points.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
They set the screen. Here's Muscala. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Yeah, that's just poor decision-making. He's got to be better in those situations.
Well, I'd love to hear his explanation to coach right there. I mean, that should be an interesting conversation.
And Tristan Thompson in the middle, a player, Greg, who understands his role.
He just plays hard and does the little things. Defense, rebounding, energy. When he's blocking shots and protecting the rim, he is one of the best bigs in our league.
And Chris, I know you've been executive producing and hosting various TV shows. You had a great NBA career, obviously, and it seems like you continue to find success. How's that been for you?
Well, I try to take the same lessons I learned in sports. You know, when I first got to go to the stage, the first man I searched out was Chris Mullin and found out all of his habits and stole all of his knowledge, and I tried to take that and move forward, and I try to do the same in other areas. I try to work with the best. I try to learn, work hard, work my way up the rookie ladder and see what happens. And so I've just aligned myself with some really great people, some wonderful thinkers and hard workers, and hopefully it'll continue to have fun like I am doing. So it's been a great ride.
You're always learning, right? You never stop learning.
Man, come on. It's not just about a school or a class or one mentor. It's about everyday learning so that you can kind of learn and put people's knowledge with your unique sense of self and make it work. Why not learn on someone else's dime? Why go through life making mistakes when other people can kind of let you know, wait, I did this, you want to think about that, and kind of just put your own playbook together.
Ilyasova, he's checked in for the Hawks. Here's the screen, and Bellinelli kicks to Delaney. The Hawks again can't hit.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
Here's Carter. Here's Thomas. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Hawks have gone 6 of 10 from the floor here in the second quarter. The pass to Ilyasova. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Ilyasova's got 7.
And that's one way to extend the lead. Continue to light it up from long range. They have all the confidence in the world right now from the three-point line.
They get it again. The basket counts and 1. They'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Wade, he's checked in for Carter. Cleveland shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one.
Now, we've all seen this guy's development. Thompson has proven to be a valuable role player. He's exceptional at tracking down rebounds and a more than capable defender.
Now, here's Wade. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Love wide open, he fires. The shot's good on the assist by Wade.
And Love sinks these catch-and-shoot jumpers so easily. I mean, his timing, his release, well, not allowing the D to react.
Here's Delaney. Ilyasova can't hit.
That defense is as good as a block. I mean, what looks to be a layup turns into nothing.
And it's Wade in the corner, over to the wing. It's a pick by Love. 6 to shoot. Thompson in the corner. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Hawks. And we take a look here at the shot chart for Atlanta.
And everything he's touched has turned to gold. If you are on defense, you have to make sure all 5 players know exactly where he is at all times, because if he gets a sliver of a look, he'll get it done.
Jeff Green is checked in for the Cavaliers. Now Bellinelli. 5 points in the game. Great D that time from Green.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
A 3, and Kevin Love, the bucket with the assist by Wade. And now a 6-point Cavalier lead. Hawks have gone 7 of 14 in the second quarter, shooting to the tune of 50%. Delaney, the pass to Ilyasova. They get it back. And Muscala, and there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
How about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
Green kicks to LeBron. And James throws it down hard.
LeBron is so powerful. Amazing how he maintains focus even with the D draped all over.
The Hawks trail by 6. Over to the left wing. Now, here is Muscala. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Here's Delaney. And he makes the bucket, drew contact, and gets the whistle, too.
And boy, has he picked it up since the start of the second. His shots now starting to fall.
Shumpert is checked in for the Cavaliers. Collins checked in for the Hawks. The Hawks shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here.
LeBron James is such a devastating finisher around him. Cleveland's goal has been to surround him with as many three-point shooters as possible, trying to keep the defense spread out.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
And the Hawks with possession here. It's a 5-point game. Delaney, the pass to Bellinelli. Here's Bazemore. Loses the defender with the screen and drills the jumper. And the old guard used to say that jump shooting teams can't win titles. Chris, that playoff defense was just too tough.
Well, it's a different time. The Cavs win while taking a ton of threes. Still, though, LeBron's interior threat is what creates those open looks.
Here is Love. Following the bucket by the Hawks. 4 on the clock. Near the three-point line, it's Thomas. Rebounded by the Hawks. And here comes Bellinelli leading the fast break. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on Love.
Oh, I love the intensity from Bellinelli. He's so confident. He plays the game with a real panache.
The Hawks have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point. And Chris, as your career progressed, your free throw shooting percentage jumped up about 20 points higher than when you started. That's not the case for a lot of players. Just how hard is it for a big man to improve their free throw shooting throughout their career?
Okay, that's probably one of the things I'm proudest of is that I have a record from going from worst to that best improvement. And I worked out hard. I had a shooting coach, Buzz. We worked out every summer. I would take him everywhere with me, Kev. I mean,
really?
I would take this guy to the club, to the church, to a restaurant, he'd have to wait outside the bathroom. Everywhere I went that summer, I wanted him, with me because you have to focus and concentrate on it. You think about it, you have to change not only your mental habits, your repetition, but your thought process. So step 1 is the figuring out that shot. Step 2 is how many repetitions. Step 3 is can you get that in game time atmosphere? And you really can't unless you punish yourself in the summer with running. So if you have to do a suicide every one you miss, or it just was just so much work and intensity on it because you have to build up so much trust. Because the reason why guys shoot bad free throws, they don't trust it. They shoot a different way every time. And it was fun becoming better at that. But that's probably one of the toughest things I've ever done is get better at shooting free throws because the concentration and time allowed it to try to improve.
Now Shumpert following the three-point attempt by Derrick Rose. It's stolen by Iman Shumpert. And here we go. Love heading to the hoop. Got a hand on it. They retain possession. And the block shot turns into a shooting foul. So the defensive effort there a bit too much as the officials will send him to the line. And he'll shoot some free throws. For Cleveland, they have missed a few free throws up to this point, shooting 4-7 from the foul line tonight.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
J.R. Smith's checked in for Dwayne Wade.
Boy, he's got a great stroke from the line. That's not something we can say about all the league's big guys.
Back to Schroeder. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. And Dennis Schroeder out of Germany handed the keys as the full-time starter at the point guard in his 4th season.
And with his confidence and competitive spirit, he was chomping at the bit for that opportunity. And you got to love his athleticism coupled with that big play capability. It's just exciting to see how good this young man can become.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Crowder's checked in. Schroeder kicks to Bellinelli. Fires the 3. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Love's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight.
No three-pointers for him in the second quarter yet, but he did have one in the first.
And Bellinelli kicks to Prince. And it's off target. Not sure why he took that one. Cavaliers leading.
If they play it right, we're talking a 2-for-1.
Exactly, but you still want a decent look because if you miss, the strategy doesn't help you.
Now here's Shumpert. And here's Love from the arc. Bellinelli pulls it in.
He's been off target for the most part, but it hasn't held them back as a unit.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock.
just recorded his third foul of the half. Coach has to consider resting him to the third quarter.
He'll take his third and fourth free throw shots of the game right here.
In their last contest, guys, he was unconscious from the foul line.
Strong take to get the foul there after not getting it there in the first quarter.
And here's Rose. His last outing, 16 points for him. Love with the screen on Schroeder. With 4 seconds on the clock, and count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
And Derrick Rose certainly equipped athletically to punish teams in the paint.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And, you know, guys, he had a big game at the free throw line in their last outing.
Schroeder. That one misses. Kevin Love has been leading the charge for Cleveland. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Coach, your guys are playing aggressively at the defensive end and sharing the ball offensively. Have you been satisfied with the effort so far?
Well, I think just defensively we needed to be a little bit better. I think our pressure hopefully created a little bit of turnovers, created some tough shots. And then offensively, they're getting into us. We want to drive it and continue to play with the pass.
Always moving that defense from side to side. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Ernie Johnson joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports.
You working out?
The first quarter for the Cavaliers was fairly even. At the end of the period, they held a 3-point lead. The second quarter was dead even in terms of their scoring output for both teams, and they still find themselves in a good position at the half. Kenny, your thoughts? How are the Cavaliers playing?
So far, I love their commitment on the glass. Even when they were playing well, their rebounding remained a priority. And so far, the other side hasn't matched their efforts.
And over to the big fella, your thoughts on the Hawks?
They did some good things, but the defense could have been much better. They allowed too many open looks, allowed the other team to make over half the shots. Some of that is not getting enough pressure on the ball, not really contesting at the rim. They look good, but not good enough.
And time now to send you back down to the floor with Kevin Harlan. We'll see you later.
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. One guy who's been getting it done is Dennis Schroeder.
Oh, well, they've done a good job of letting the game come to them, and really few forced shots here so far.
Terrific first half on offense. This is how you draw it up. We'll see if they can maintain that efficiency going forward.
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. The Cavaliers leading by 3 on the court right now for the Hawks. Schroeder and Bellinelli team up in the backcourt. Ilyasova out there with Kent Bazemore, and it's Muscala in at the center, filling out the middle.
Got to respect the long ball from Love. Continues to get better for shooting behind the arc.
Schroeder kicks to Muscala. For 3. The shot comes out, and Cleveland will come the other way.
And they have built their advantage on the scoreboard here by doing all the little things.
The drive by James, and he comes up with the deuce. LeBron's got the lead up to 8 now for the Cavs.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Muscala with the ball, and Thomas over to help. And Bellinelli kicks it over to Schroeder. Ilyasova a screen. Shot clock at 5. Bazemore misses.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
Wonderful anticipation. He reads the play perfectly, then with the quick reaction time.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth, physical basketball, guys.
Well, one thing I like about Ty Lue is at the same time he's a player's coach, he's also got the confidence to take charge. That's important on a team with star talent like the Cavs.
Ilyasova a screen. Here's Schroeder. The Hawks again can't hit.
Third straight miss to start the half, but it's still early. No need to panic.
Offensive rebound. Love. He feeds it to Thomas. Cleveland moving the ball around. Now here's Wade. Bellinelli is covering. And Ty Lue not shy about holding his stars accountable.
No, he's not. He'll critique everyone from the 15th man up to LeBron. He still wants his players' input, asking his guys what works for them, what they're comfortable with.
Now here's Love. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. Wade kicks to Love. The screen from Thompson. To the middle. Up off the screen. And Thompson throws it down.
Well, look, I love how Thompson keeps his eyes on the basket. Even while getting hit, he muscles through it all.
This will be his 4th shot at the line in this one.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
The Hawks trail by 13. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Shot to stop the drought, and it's finished off by Schroeder as he lays it in. Schroeder's got 16 points.
Oh, just a solid screen to free him up. Makes the layup possible.
Thompson sets the pick for James. And James throws it down hard.
Thompson knows his role well. He's a willing screener who is effective at creating space for his teammates.
And that replay sponsored by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment, giving us an excellent perspective on the play. Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. And as successful as LeBron James has been, a max contract, all the endorsements, everything else, he's made his mark with his philanthropy.
Well, Kevin, my favorite part about LeBron is what he's done off the court. I mean, $2.5 million to the Muhammad Ali Museum. Think about this. This might be one of the greatest philanthropic moves, in my opinion, by an athlete. $40 million to pay for the college tuition of 1,000 Ohio school children. I mean, he's affecting the world in ways much larger than basketball.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
I mean, I don't think most fans can understand the experience and leadership that Wade gives to his team and how huge it is. He's a fantastic player who commands respect.
That's good from Wade.
And you watch Wade and know he isn't the same player he was back when he averaged 30 a game. But in short bursts, he can still give you a glimpse of that old flash. He knows when and how to dial it up when the game is on the line.
Atlanta making a switch here. Babbitt's checked in. Now here's Ilyasova. He's got 7, stolen by Thomas. Inside. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson. And here is the shot chart as we see how things are going for LeBron.
Well, when you have a whole team that is locked in, this is what your shot chart looks like. They are moving the ball well and taking shots with confidence. When this team comes out and is knocking it down from all over like they are right now, they are one of the toughest in the league to beat.
And Chris, as you said, Wade can still take over a game for a short period of time.
There are many players that are scarier with the ball in their hands with the game on the line than Wade. He just has a knack for coming up big when his team needs it.
Shot clock at 5. Thomas dishes to Love. And a miss there on the triple. The Hawks trail by 15. Here's Bazemore. Feeds it to Babbitt. Nobody near Schroeder. Drills it from outside. Schroeder's got 19 points.
Don't forget, he had a 3 in the first half. He can really hurt you from out there.
Thomas passes to LeBron. And the dunk by James.
Oh, the assist from Thomas. Finding the open man. Nice decision offensively. With the pass.
Now Schroeder. He's got 19. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. They'll face the Lakers after this one. That'll be at home. And that'll be the third of the four straight at home. LeBron kicks to Thompson. Now here's Bazemore. Over James. Out of bounds. Cleveland takes possession.
Looking now at some numbers for Bellinelli. His last 10 games, he's averaging 11 points a game, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. And the numbers won't wow you, but I like the effort he brings to the table each and every night.
He hustles, does the little things, just a good complimentary guy who you need on your team.
Jeff Green, he's checked in for Cleveland. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Delaney's checked in. The Hawks again can't hit.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Ilyasova a screen. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Well, a chance to check out Tristan Thompson here. He's been on a remarkable tear this past month. 5th in rebounding, and he's in the top 20 in steals, bringing that focus and intensity at both ends.
And he's so explosive, so hungry. You really can't keep him off the glass when he wants to get there. That's why he's top 5 in rebounding. The first one falls.
Oh my gosh, I just got that.
And he makes both free throws. And here are the Cavaliers. They're on a 16-7 run. Thompson, a screen on Schroeder. Oh, that's blocked. And it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here. Hawks making a switch here. Dedmon's checked in. LeBron outside. Off the pick. And LeBron throws it down hard.
You got to enjoy watching James go off. When he's hot, he can't be contained.
So it's the Hawks now. They trail by 14. Atlanta calls timeout.
And I'm just not sure the league has ever seen a more intimidating slasher than LeBron James. A 6'8" bullet train. He's so strong, so quick, and if he gets a shoulder on you, watch out.
And LeBron always feels like he can get past his man. It's that next level of the D he focuses on.
And if I'm the help, I play him for the pass. I don't want to be in that poster. Maybe the most devastating finisher in league history.
Cavaliers making a switch here. Smith has checked in. Well, some of the big men in the league didn't mind drifting out and letting it fly from deep. Here are the best three-point shooters, centers, and power forwards. 4th, Ilyasova.
And, you know, there was a time in the league when you wouldn't see a group of big guys like this, but the game has evolved. Versatility now is why we see so many bigs that can just flat out shoot it from anywhere.
And you have to give credit to these big guys for knowing how to adapt as the game itself has changed.
Here's Schroeder following the basket by LeBron James. Babbitt kicks it over to Schroeder. The Hawks working the ball around. Ilyasova is screen on Green. Delaney no good.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Taurean Prince, he's checked in for Ilyasova. And here is Thomas. 8 points for him. Thompson in the corner. Back to Thomas. Baseline jumper. That's good on the jump shot. Thomas got 10 points in the game.
And that kind of sums up the defensive effort we've seen here tonight, guys.
Schroeder kicks to Dedmon. Dishes to Schroeder. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Schroeder. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. You look at the Cavaliers. They're holding on to second spot in the conference. A great season for them so far. And, of course, the Hawks 4.5 games behind.
And if you look at the Hawks right now, hanging where they are, right in the middle of the standings, will not make things easy for them down the stretch.
Man, they have to find a way to get better and not just be a mid-level team. Whether they get things together and accomplish this remains to be seen.
He dishes it to Babbitt. Schroeder outside to the inside. Dedmon. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got his 4th assist in this one. Thompson, a screen on Schroeder. James with it. 22 points for him. Thompson, a screen on Prince. Goes up off the pick. Oh, goodness.
Wow. Well, Kevin, you can't afford to let James get any separation. He's a terrific shooter off the screen.
The Hawks trail by 18. Schroeder dishes to Babbitt. There's a screen. Back to Schroeder. They double him with Green. Babbitt passes to Delaney. 6 on the shot clock. Kicks to Prince. Here's Dedmon. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Dedmon's got 4 points this quarter. Timeout called the Cavaliers.
A wise move to call timeout there. They need to settle down a bit. They've been playing out of control at times here, and it shows with their turnover numbers.
Crowder, he's checked in for Cleveland. Rose comes in for Isaiah Thomas. Collins checked in for the Hawks. Now here's Rose. 7 points in the game, but they recover it. Tries again. Passes it to Thompson. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Thompson's got 9.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Rose against Schroeder. Shots good by Dedmon. Dedmon's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And no fight left in the defense there after a teeth-rattling pick.
Thompson, a screen on Schroeder. Rose goes in. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. 9 points in the game so far.
And the defense tried to slow him down, but Derrick Rose just a handful when he gets around the rim.
Stolen by Rose. James kicks to Crowder.
And he pulls off the Houdini to take that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop.
With the pass.
And the Hawks with possession here. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. That game is the first and last of their homestand. And there's the feed to Dedmon. Back to Schroeder. The shot from the low post is good. Schroeder's got 9 points here in the second half.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
Prince outside to the right side. Fires from deep. The shot, no good. Rose with some nice D. James kicks to Crowder. The dish to Rose. Back to LeBron. And the dunk by James.
His explosiveness going to the rack. Ridiculous.
Here's Delaney. He has 5. We've got 1:18 left to play in the third. Shoots from 12. And too long on the shot. The Cavaliers leading by 20. Ripped away. Schroeder outside. Hawks passing it around. There's 48 seconds left to play in the third. Pass to Thompson. Back to Smith. Five on the clock. Rose kicks to Smith. Misses off the right iron. The Hawks trail by 20. There's the screen. Here's Schroeder. Hits it from three-point range. Schroeder's got 12 now in this quarter.
Oh, and that's his second three-pointer this half. I mean, he's really cooking now.
Here's Rose. 9 points in the game so far. Thompson, a screen on Schroeder. Now Rose inside. And Tristan Thompson on the bucket with the assist by Rose. Rose has got 4 assists now tonight. And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Back to the action after this word. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. Now here's Schroeder. We've got J.R. Smith. D-Wade out there with Rose. Then it's Jay Crowder. And it's Love in at the 5 down low. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Cleveland leading by 19. Here's Smith. And that one is good. Smith's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for Cleveland. Atlanta's shooting around 41% on the night. And here's Schroeder. And we know this league is enjoying great success. The Players Union going into last season created a program, Chris, to fund health insurance for all retired players with 3 or more years of service.
Well, I'm proud of our Players Union. I hope that other sports take lead. You know, you take care of those, they come before you. That's one thing in the NBA we always know, and the players will always respect. That's why it was a unanimous vote by the Players Association. It definitely was a proud moment. I'm proud of my NBA brothers.
Kent Bazemore is checked in for the Hawks.
Well, Kevin Love is a great rebounder. We all know that. Very skilled.
And when you look at Love's game defensively, Chris, what stands out?
Well, he avoids cheap fouls. He controls the backboards and just a great scorer.
Here's Bellinelli from deep. And that one's good. Schroeder. Schroeder's got 15 points here in the second half.
Well, he's doing his best to get them back into this game. He's been money from the field.
And the wide open shot from Rose. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
Well, this has not been his best effort. He's lucky his teammates have been there to bail him out.
And it's Schroeder in the corner. Off target from three-point range. Cleveland leading by 21. Right side Rose. Smith left side. Crowder dishes to Rose. Cranes it from beyond the arc.
He is really deadly from the perimeter. Even though he didn't make one in the first quarter, you still have to keep an eye on him.
Schroeder kicks to Collins. Collins a screen on Wade. And the foul on Derrick Rose. That'll be his second foul of the game. The Hawks making a switch here. Ilyasova's checked in. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Schroeder passes to Ilyasova. It's stolen by Smith. Rose attacking. Stolen away. In the corner, it's Bellinelli. The Hawks again can't hit.
A decent attempt at the rim right there. Just simply off right now.
Outer dishes to Rose. From deep. Bazemore grabs the miss. Atlanta's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 three-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Cavaliers with the rebound.
I don't care who it is. You can't leave him wide open from that range.
Wade kicks to Love. And Love throws it down.
You got to keep getting Love the ball when he's like this, firing on all cylinders.
Atlanta's shooting 39% from the floor. At their best. Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. Well, you knew that Wade was going to have a different role with the Bulls, but I don't think many saw him acting as a three-point threat.
Wade has never been a good three-point shooter in terms of percentages, but when the game's on the line, you know he can knock it down. He had one of his best years in terms of percentages last season.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Channing Frye's checked in for Love. Green comes in for Jay Crowder. Carter, he's checked in for Smith. And it's Amon Shumpert in for Dwayne Wade. Bembry shot good.
Oh, he took a terrific angle right there off the screen, something they work on every day in practice.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. And Frye slams it in.
And Rose, an explosive scorer, but he's always been a very capable passer at the point.
For Atlanta, they've gone just 2 of 8 in this fourth quarter. The final quarter not treating them well so far. Ilyasova, a screen on Green. Here's Bembry. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Chris, we've seen video review get introduced into the NBA and tweaked as we go along, refining it, polishing it off. And at this point, would you like to see video review expanded even further? Or do you think it's in a good spot where it stands right now?
I think it's in a good spot right now. I'm sure if I had time to think about it, there are areas in which you want to go to. But if you really think about it, I mean, the game is supposed to be a spur of the moment. It's supposed to be just players free-flowing and playing. And you don't want to make the game slower by going to the officiating video every single time. Right now, I don't think you should do it on charges and blocks, which is probably one of the most controversial calls in the game. I think where we have it now is good because it gives a balance, and right now we do not need the game to lengthen in any way, if anything, shorten. And I think adding anything more to refereeing and videos, I think would just make the game last longer.
Now here's Schroeder. Ilyasova passes to Schroeder. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Schroeder's got 17 points here in the second half. Rose with the ball. Here's Green. And another miss by Cleveland.
The defense recognizing the situation and getting right in his face once he got close to the bucket.
Ilyasova hits the bucket.
And Bellinelli is so talented, a team player who really whips the ball over to his teammates.
Schroeder against Rose. Outside jumper. Carter kicks to Frye. Dedmon with the block. To the paint, trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Hawks.
Oh, that's just a lack of communication. 2 guys just not on the same page.
Hawks have gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. Schroeder kicks to Ilyasova. Bazemore inside. Cavaliers with the rebound. Green's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. The kick out to Rose. Shoots a 3. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Rose. Atlanta's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only 1 of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Schroeder kicks to Ilyasova. The Hawks again can't hit.
He hit a 3 in the first half. Now he's searching for his first outside shot in the second half.
Outside, Green. To the middle. Out to Shumpert. Cleveland moving it around. That doesn't go either for Rose.
Yeah, that's a head-scratcher there. I don't know how he could think that's a good shot. That's not who they want out there jacking up 3s.
And that one's good. Schroeder.
Well, the rest of the team is searching for their offense, but he has kept his foot on the gas.
And the Cavaliers call time here. Chris, you look at the way the game is played now. We have seen some retired players say it is soft.
Well, yeah, I mean, it is soft when you look through their lens. That's true. But that's the way that the game is today. And so if you're a fan just coming to the game now, or, if this is the game you love, you accept it and you keep moving on. As long as the fans love it, as long as the players are having fun with it. But definitely, compared to the 80s, to the 90s, there's no doubt about it that the game is soft as far as physical play. But at the same time, look what it's produced. It has allowed players to show the beauty of an offensive jump shot, of an offensive move, and also made defenders get that much better because you have to move laterally. You can't use your hands to guard.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Thompson, he's checked in for Fry. Kevin Love comes in for Jeff Green. James checked in for Vince Carter. And it's Isaiah Thomas in for Shumpert. Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession.
Wow. Wasted possession. Thanks to what should have been a simple pass.
The Hawks trail by 21. Ilyasova dishes to Schroeder. Out to the right wing. Ilyasova a screen. Outside, Bellinelli. It's hauled in by LeBron. James has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Love with the screen for James. From deep, Rose. Here's Thompson, and it's Thompson with the jam.
Look, Thompson's getting after it. A highly skilled offensive rebounder who crashes with power.
Hawks shooting a pedestrian 36% in the fourth quarter. The offense not doing their best work of late. And Bellinelli kicks to Ilyasova. Back to Bellinelli. Ilyasova, a screen on Rose. 6 on the shot clock. They double him with Love. And stolen by Love. LeBron drives in, and so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
And Chris, one thing I'm sure you appreciate about Kevin Love's game is his passing.
Oh, definitely. I love his Wes Unseld, the ode to Wes Unseld outlet pass that he does. I mean, just touchdown strikes. Good vision in the high post as well.
Now here's Schroeder. And Bellinelli kicks it over to Schroeder. Down low. Chris, bench celebrations can be seen as showing up the other team. Is there a balance in your mind of how players can celebrate without maybe rubbing it in the other team's face?
I mean, this isn't baseball. If basketball was baseball, if we hit a home run, then we could trot, turn around, spin. We don't, you have respect for your players by how hard you play against them, by preparing for them, by, not playing dirty. But basketball, no. No, the culture is in the parks. The culture is with guys that play, and the bench should have as much fun. I love watching the benches go crazy. Think of how hard those guys on the bench work all season long and may never get in. What's wrong with being hyped for your teammates? No, I don't think it should be turned. I love it. Actually, I think some of these benches need to turn it up even more. Hopefully, we get a better show on the bench.
Well, you see the struggles he's having getting anything to go.
Yeah, but at the same time, if he can just break through this cold streak, he can give you what you need.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now, you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
They double him with Love. Here's Schroeder. Ilyasova, a screen on Thomas to stop the run. Another miss by Ilyasova.
He's the key if they're going to make a run. He's been way off this quarter.
And they double up James. And stolen by Bazemore. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. And the rejection by James.
Oh, you got to be cautious around James. He's always on the hunt to swat away shots. Defense in your rear view may be closer than they appear.
Atlanta's shooting has been dreadful lately, around 28% here in the fourth. And there's the call on James. That's his first foul. And you look at today's players, they have so many more ways to connect with their fans. But, Chris, at times, do you think that creates added pressure for the players?
Every player has pressure. I don't know about added pressure. But I do think it's a different time with social media, and you can hear everyone's opinion. So I think that you need to focus more if you're an athlete, but I don't think it adds more pressure, because whether or not someone can type it or say it in your face or boo you at a game, you know, you're going to hear those words.
Now, here's Thomas. The rebound by Cook. Atlanta shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. Here's Bembry. Collins, a screen on Green. And Thomas over to help. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it goes down 2 points.
With the double coming over, good vision to locate the open man.
This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending their lead and maintaining that intensity level.
Rebounded by the Hawks. Pass break here. Here come the Hawks. Pushing it up. Babbitt, good.
And a good example there of why it's important to change ends quickly.
Yeah, talent in this league has it so that now pretty much every team can push the pace. You have to get back on defense.
And so it's Cleveland with it, following the bucket by the Hawks. Here's Thomas, and Fry has it in the corner. Great open look there. Fry's got 7 points for the quarter.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Cavaliers.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And in terms of the season record, this is going to be their 18th win overall.
And this will be their 3rd win in 3 tries against these guys. They match up so well.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for LeBron.
Well, he had a hand in just about everything they did tonight. I mean, he just didn't take a single possession off on either end. He was the complete package.
Here is Cook following the score by Cleveland. Collins, good.
Hits the moving target with the lead pass. He made it look so easy.
Outside Thomas. He kicks it to Fry. Thomas goes in, and he banks in the layup.
And that's a killer instinct on display as they try to put this one on ice.
Well, they've gotten serious, stringing together some game-winning buckets.
Cook, the pass to Collins. Babbitt kicks to Cook. Lays it up and banks it in.
You could never have enough offense in the low post.
And so it's Cleveland taking care of business in this one. There was a tale of 2 teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. LeBron, were you satisfied with the team's performance tonight?
We got a very good team, but in order for us to continue to improve, we have to go out and we have to defend, we have to play for one another, and we have to be selfless. You know, it's not about the individual, it's about the team, and if we all give in to what the team needs to do to be better, then we'll be okay.
It is a work in progress, LeBron. Thanks for your time. Kevin?
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And we'll see you next time.